could live anywhere. You could, like, your kids have moved out.
Yes.
You could be on a tropical island. But you choose to live here.
Yeah,
Why?
I don't like tropical islands.
What do you love about living here? Why are you still here?
I don't know, just something in here. When I was a child, my dad was in the military, so we lived a nomadic, moving every 2 years sort of life.
Yeah.
So I married Steve in 1991, and I became the 4th generation of Mrs. Godbee in Glenhaven. And all of a sudden I became part of this family that had been here for over 100 years. I'm happy to be able to present some of the history of the church to the people who are here now, because I think knowing the history of something that you're a part of helps to foster stronger connections and a sense of belonging.
But I want to go back to the beginning. There didn't used to be a church here. Why was there a need for a church in Sandhurst?
Okay. Well, back in 1886, when the first mission room was opened, people didn't even refer to this area as Sandhurst. They referred to people having started maybe some orchards and timber getting in that area called the Haven. The walk from here to St Paul's, Old St Paul's, which is on the other side of Castle Hill on Old Northern Road, and St Jude's, which is on the corner of Old Northern Road and Galston Road, is well over an hour.
And they were walking back.
Well, they would have been unless they had their own horse and cart. Mr Black's coach service didn't come out this far then.
Was that coach service like a bus service?
No, coach as in horse and cart.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Okay, coach.
Yeah.
So people had to walk a long way, or they set up something here
Yes.
in Sandhurst that became Glenhaven, is that right?
Yes.
When did that change happen?
1893.
1893, okay. When did the school start?
1889.
So it started as Sandhurst Primary School?
It did.
And then changed name. Okay, all right. So here we are in the church. Is this where the church started?
No. So when the church first started, it was a room in Mr Swannell's house at the top of Glenhaven Road. So as you come down the hill, it would have been on your right where Kinderlin is now.
Okay, so on the corner of Glenhaven Road
and Old Northern Road.
And it wasn't a church, it was someone's house?
It was someone's house. He had a 4-bedroom brick home there.
Oh no, you've got more info.
Well, he was a Crown Lands Ranger, responsible for building the trig stations in most of North Sydney.
I asked you if he was personally responsible for capturing Ned Kelly, and you said it was unlikely. Is that right?
That's right.
It's a shame.
According to the newspaper report, they'd been holding Sunday school there for the previous 2 years.
So our church started as a Sunday school?
As a Sunday school.
Okay.
Yeah. And they applied to have what they called divine worship in the home, and that was granted. And on the 15th of April in 1886, they had the opening of the Emmanuel Mission Room.
And it was called Emmanuel from the beginning?
From the beginning, yeah.
Okay. Now let me name an elephant in the room.
Yeah.
You said 1886.
Yes.
Didn't we have 100 and... I thought it was
Yeah.
1876.
Yeah. That was the belief for a long while. It was a bit of a guess. That just didn't feel right to me. 1876 felt too early. I didn't think there were enough people around. So eventually I went into the State Library to look at the 1881 yearbook, and there was no mention.
This is what Karyn does for fun, by the way. Goes to the State Library to go digging around.
I was able to go online and search through digital newspapers that to find the announcement of the opening.
Yeah.
And it wasn't under Sandhurst or Glenhaven. It was that place between Castle Hill and Dural. But I was pretty excited when I found it.
So you're pretty sure, 1886?
I'm pretty sure, 15th of April, 1886. The Sydney Morning Herald and the Cumberland Mercury both reported it.
That's great. But that was up the hill.
Yes.
And then it moved here, is that right?
No, it didn't move here. It moved down to where Arcare is on the corner of Holland Road. That was only 14 months after the mission room was opened. They'd raised some money and built a little church down there.
Yep.
Mr Burrell, who I believe was a member of the congregation at Kenthurst and had recently built them a church, built a little timber church down there. About 1913, the church down there had been badly damaged by white ants. And so a number of the locals got together and moved what was salvageable up to here. The land down there had been donated, the land here was donated. It's been amazing, the gifts that people have given the church over the years.
Between you and me, Do you think there's much in that church that was original?
It's hard to know. They said they brought what was salvageable up by horse and cart from
What
the original
So
location.
you think there's some of the original
I
in there?
think there would be, yeah.
I wonder if you can give me a who's who. Tell us about Mr. Bean, not the Mr. Bean that many of us think of. Tell us about Mr. Bean.
Okay, so he was actually William Bean Smith.
Oh, right, okay.
He was a
It's good.
Smith.
It's good enough.
He, as a young man of about 17, he lived in Castle Hill. He came out here to start teaching Sunday school to the kids in the area. And so then when the mission room opened, he was appointed as the lay reader responsible for the services.
And when he left, I understand we got him a little gift, is that
We
right?
did. We got him a handsome writing desk.
Better than a not handsome writing desk.
And when his sister left, because she got married and left the year before him, she was gifted with a beautiful silver flower stand.
Right. I don't know the name of this person, but I've got him down as the Puffing Billy Minister. Who's that?
Yes. So there was an interesting article in one of the Anglican newsletters, I think it was, about Reverend David Livingstone, who, as a young catechist back in the 1930s, used to get on the train at Moore College to Parramatta, and then he would catch the steam train that ran to Castle Hill in those days.
Okay.
It was notoriously late, so he said he would arrive in Castle Hill and puff into the service in time for the first hymn.
Was he on time?
Then, well, it depended on the train.
Yeah.
And after that service, he would then get on the trusty parish bicycle and ride out here and to Kellyville to conduct services before doing a round trip home again in the evening.
It's a long Sunday.
It is.
Although I can be I'm supportive of a parish bicycle if anyone wants to donate one.
Later in the 70s, in 1976, Reverend Bob Milne purchased a bell.
Okay.
So that's when the bell
Is that
was
this
added.
bell?
This bell, yeah.
Which is working-ish.
Working year, yeah.
We might give it a ding during our celebrations, we'll see. So the church almost didn't stay the same.
Almost didn't stay the same, yes. Well, there was a bushfire in 1975, a big bushfire on Australia Day, which was a Sunday. 12 properties were lost on Glenhaven Road. Yeah.
Wow.
So, well, they came down at 6 o'clock for the normal 6 o'clock service. They came in, opened the door, and there were burnt leaves on the floor, but nothing had actually burnt in the church, including the birds' nests in the roof. And Dan read the service. The
still
locals
service.
gathered and they had their 6 o'clock service.
Praise God. As the church continues to grow and evolve, what are your hopes and prayers for Emmanuel Church over the next 140 years?
I guess I hope that sense of community and belonging stays with the church and the people here, that we continue to put our trust in God, and that the seeds we're planting today will grow in the generations to come.
Thank you. You are relieved.
Thank you.